We got, and that's the end of it.
But you know what? We prevailed because you turned around and found this article.
Dude,
the thing that they're actually trying to cover.
back, dude.
Yeah, they thought they were going to get it past the DeSoto Approach, the world's most professional podcast.
Yeah,
that's a good.
At this
good
point,
try.
we might be the most reliable news source in the country, maybe the world. Honestly.
Welcome to the DeSoto Approach with Jake and Logan.
Well, I don't know if you would call them aliens. Maybe they're not called that.
Let's go.
All right, bud, we're recording.
Hell yeah. Don't hurt, dude. I get the fucking driest hands ever. All right. Welcome to episode number 13 of the DeSoto Approach. How are we feeling today, Log?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Dude, I'm doing all right. It's been a
say
little
that
nicer out here. Was it super cold in Des Moines lately?
Yeah, it was fucking freezing today. It felt like it was negative out, but I don't think it was. I think that was just the wind chill. But I love how we say that. I love how we start talking to each other like we weren't just talking for like 20 minutes before this.
I know. We gotta like start it off, dude.
I know.
We
It's
gotta
just fun.
act
It's
like
just
we
so.
been hanging
It's
out.
just awkward at first. It's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to start the episode off with a bang today. So we haven't done this for a while. We haven't done this for a few episodes, but Facebook Marketplace. There are some absolute gems on this, and you found one. You sent it to me the other day,
People are
and
insane.
First
of all, shout out my friend Amanda. She sent this one to me. But
yeah,
this is
it
from
might be the craziest / funniest fucking thing I've ever seen on Facebook Marketplace. So it is just a picture of a full ass beehive hanging from like a tree limb. Is that like a tree limb inside?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so. But it's in somebody's house. The picture of it is in somebody's house. I think they took the whole tree branch down.
It is in a fucking house. Is inside. Fully put together beehive in someone's house. And the caption says, "Beehive found this fall. One of the nicest ones I've seen. $40."
$40, dude. That is such an insane thing to be selling a beehive on Facebook Marketplace. Dude.
Is this a market I don't know about? Like, can they just...
I've never heard of this before, but...
Would someone that runs like a bee farm actually buy something like this?
No, because those people have those beehives. They're like fake beehives that they have them in, where they can extract all the honey easier. They pull out the little things. Like this is just a legitimate beehive that bees made in the wild. Like it's obviously, like we said, it's on a tree branch. That's insane. To be fair, I will say, I guess I can't tell how big it is in the picture. It looks huge, but there's only like the
massive,
one picture
dude. It's
of it.
bigger
It
than
looks
a basketball.
massive.
It's about the size of my head.
Yeah, it looks huge, which I guess it's kind of cool. I was talking to a couple of my friends last night, and they didn't think that it was that weird. I think this is fucking insane, dude.
It's okay. Beehives aren't weird, but a fucking beehive, full-fledged beehive in your house is weird enough.
It's just
to sell it on Facebook, that's even more fucking
yeah. That's
weird.
what's crazy is that they're selling it on Facebook Marketplace, dude. You can find anything on Facebook
It's
Marketplace.
Wild. The next one that you sent me was it's basically looks like a cardboard box painted white, and it says "Free Doghouse. It's insulated."
You just have to be watching the video one. It's first of all, it's like tiny. It looks so small. It's like sized for a Chihuahua, probably. Right?
Oh yeah, it's a very small dog. It's like
tiny.
6 inches by 6 inches.
I will say it looks pretty sturdy. It's got but the thing about it is it has like siding on it, and it has shingles on the roof, which is just a piece of plywood, but it has shingles on it,
dude. There's
but
shingles.
My favorite thing about this post is that there's only 2 comments on it. One's a comment, and then one is the guy selling it. Oh, it doesn't have it on there anymore, but it said, so this lady commented, "Don't make dogs live outside. It's cruel." And then the guy replied, "You're right." That's why
That's
he's
why
selling
he's
the
selling it, dude.
doghouse.
He doesn't want to have to force his dog to live outside
Dude.
anymore.
He fucking absolutely slammed her, dude.
Dude, she got roasted.
That's right,
there.
buying a house. But by the way, it's also just such a shitty doghouse. Like, it doesn't look like a fucking doghouse. Like, I've never seen someone actually have a doghouse. Have you?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually seen one, but I've seen them like in movies.
I feel like
and
maybe
stuff.
when I was younger, we built our dog like a shitty doghouse, but the dog never went inside of it. It was just like
right.
Because you saw it on TV, on cartoons. And
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like it's all based on fucking Clifford the Big Red Dog.
But I just think it's so fucking funny, dude. And it's so shitty, by the way. It doesn't look like a doghouse. And it's got to be like legitimately Chihuahua size. Like, my dog is bigger than this thing.
Oh, for sure. Boomer
Like,
would not even fit. You couldn't
Boomer's
even fit
a foot taller than this fucking doghouse, dude.
Yeah, like you could cut off the whole roof and set Boomer inside, and he still wouldn't fit in this doghouse. It's just, it's so funny.
Christ.
To be fair, though, it is free, so it's not like he's trying to like get $50 out of it. He's just giving it away.
Fair. This is
So-
worth more to be. Also, this is worth more in raw materials than the fucking $40 Beehive is. I'll say that
True.
right now.
Yeah, this is quality engineering right here. You can even take the top off if your dog gets stuck in the tiny fucking door. Dude, it looks like a box. It's like a cardboard box.
Yeah,
that they
and like the
painted to
roof
look
comes
like
off.
Yeah.
Obviously, because there's two pictures. One of it is just completely together, and then the other picture is the roof is off. So I don't know if that's so you can put stuff in there.
Yeah.
Because the hole looks like it's 4 inches wide. I guess I don't know. It's not next to anything, so I can't tell. But it's in the grass, and it doesn't like it looks so small. I don't know, dude.
Moral of the story is don't make dogs live outside. It's cruel.
You're right.
Oh, man. People on Facebook, dude, they always surprise me. Every single time we see these. There's another one that you sent me. You can go into it if you want.
Yeah. So this one is so cool. You'd also have to see. You have to be watching it. This is a pretty visual segment that we got going on here, but this one is a trolley. So like I live in Dubuque, and there's this Trolley Tour company, I guess. I don't know if they went out of business or if they're just selling this one or what. I've never been on the tours, but it's like a full-blown trolley. Also, they're only selling it for $29,000. I feel like that's not that bad. Because this is also could be an entire business. But I thought this was so cool, and I'm trying to convince Logan that we should buy this and do tours on it. You have to see.
You said that. You were like, okay, we need to buy this, and we just go on tour. I'm like, when you said that, I thought you meant like
Like we're
travel
going
around
on tour?
America on tour.
No,
like
no,
we're
dude. We'll take
I'm like,
people
okay,
on
what are we
tours.
touring?
We'll take people on tours in it of
I
Dubuque,
gotcha.
and we'll just like we're not gonna have any actual script. We're just gonna make up scripts of absolute nonsense of tours in Dubuque of just nothing.
Dude, and then we record it. It'll be like an inside joke with people who listen to our podcast. Like we'll record it and post it on our podcast channel, and it'll be like the people that we're giving tours to won't know, but everyone on the podcast will think it's fucking hilarious.
I think it'd be cool. I'm trying to convince Logan that we should buy this because I think it's fucking badass. It looks so cool. We'll put up some of the pictures on the YouTube one.
Yeah,
It looks
give you
cool,
that.
right? Did you go through all the pictures of it?
The outside, yeah, the way it looks on the outside is actually really cool, but
Even the inside, it's got like the
inside-
wooden seating. It's like old.
Yeah.
It's like old fashioned. It's a 1996. It says.
Yeah.
Is when it was made.
it's pretty
So
cool.
old fashioned from 1996. But it's built to look like old fashioned-y, I think.
Oh yeah, the style of it is definitely not from 1996. It's like,
Right.
but
right.
it was built in 1996, right? Okay.
Yeah, so she's in good
But
shape.
it has a
I wonder how many miles
Bluetooth
it has on it.
hands-free speaker system.
Oh, it only has 102,000 actual miles on it. That's what it says.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It says 32-passenger trolley, has 5.9 diesel Cummins engine that runs well with 102,000 actual miles. There we go. It's only got 102,000 actual miles.
Okay.
They might have a couple more, but those aren't actual miles. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, those
Yeah,
don't count.
hands-free speaker system included, dude. Bluetooth hands-free speaker system included. Are you shitting me, dude?
That's
this
all you
is
can
modern.
really ask for.
All lights, heat, and air conditioning work well. You're not going to get cold. You're not going to get hot. Dude, this is... Let's quit our jobs, dude. Let's just do this forever.
Dude, we will build a tour bus empire. We're going to go put all of our money on red in Vegas and build a fucking tour bus empire. After we hit, obviously.
That's fucking hilarious. I don't know. I thought it was cool. All right. What do we got next? I got a good one. That's kind of a follow-up from last week. We did the whole segment on how the M&Ms are being redone with better personalities or whatever because they're trying to make it more progressive. Like the one was like, oh, he was a bully. You can't be mean to people.
Yeah, and then the one that represents Generation Z.
Yeah,
so we tied his shoes
anxious.
to represent. Yeah, we tied his
what
shoes
does
to
that
make
even
him
mean?
less anxious.
So they're trying to make it all like super progressive and make sure everyone's included or whatever they're trying to do. And so, but also I found an article. I think it's Mars that makes M&Ms, right?
Yep. Or at least that's what you told me last time, unless that was misinformation, Jake.
Dude, we spread a lot of misinformation on this podcast. We're actually going to get taken down after this episode for this one. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is for sure. It's Mars, Nestle, and Hershey. I don't know. One of them makes M&Ms, but they're getting sued in a child slavery lawsuit because they're literally using child slaves to pick the the cocoa farming and cocoa plantations in the Ivory Coast. These people are remaking the M&Ms because they were too mean or whatever, while they're literally running child slave farms in Africa. That is insane, dude.
Dude,
How can they not? What?
It's a cover-up. Did this article just come out?
No, this is from a while ago. The article was.
Okay. I was thinking, like, if this just came out, like, the whole Mars changing the branding of M&Ms could just be a whole cover-up of this.
100% it is. They're not going to change anything that actually matters. They're just pretending to change stuff that matters.
Yeah, and it got a
They're
ton of
pretending
press.
like the stuff that they're changing matters.
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about it. A bunch of people were talking about it.
I know, dude. We fucking got, dude.
Yeah.
We got, and that's the end of it.
But you know what? We prevailed because you turned around and found this article.
Dude,
the thing that they're actually trying to cover.
Back, dude.
Yeah. They thought they were going to get it past the DeSoto Approach, the world's most professional podcast.
Yeah,
okay. That's a good
At this
good
point,
try.
we might be the most reliable news source in the country, maybe the world, honestly.
Possibly.
If you get us, we're going to get you. And we got last week. I'll say it, dude. We did a whole segment on it.
Yeah. But that's why we keep coming back.
We fucking got them, dude.
That's fucking
I don't know,
funny,
man.
dude. It's so wild. It's so wild. Everything's all about money. I mean, everyone knows that. People say that all the time, but it's just so true, and it's crazy.
These guys, dude. I don't know. What else you got? We're fucking off M&Ms, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking boycotting M&Ms.
The case is closed on M&Ms. The DeSoto Approach wins.
Done.
All right. Just clicked X on it. Fuck them.
See ya.
See ya, bud.
What else? Dude, did you... So we were talking about it. We were talking about it before, but the Francis Ngannou fight, did you watch that? Have you followed him much?
I didn't watch it, but I do know. I said this on the podcast before. I do know that.
Goddamn, real quick.
I know that
back,
he's obviously a fucking monster, and he's a badass.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I know he has like the world's I don't know if this is true.
Yeah,
but
no, it is.
I'm pretty sure he has the world's hardest punch ever recorded.
Yes, dude.
Which is insane. That's
unbelievable. He's fucking terrifying, dude. For the fight on Saturday, he's the scariest person in the world. He's the last person in the world that I would want to fight, probably.
100%.
For weigh-ins for the fight on Saturday, he weighed 257, which is him in peak physical conditioning. Mm-hmm. He, like, just regular, like, walking around weight, probably weighs, like, 270 plus. He's a fucking giant person.
Yeah.
He also is, like, fucking 5% body fat at 257 pounds, dude. Has the hardest ever recorded punch. He also is from, like, a city in Cameroon. I was watching this documentary about him last night. If you made a movie about that guy's life, if Francis Ngannou never existed and they just made a movie that was completely fictitious and it was about exactly what has happened in his life, you'd be like, oh, this movie's stupid because it's so unrealistic. Yeah. He was literally so poor, like growing up in in a village in Cameroon. He was working in a sand mine when he was like 10 years old. Escaped from Cameroon, like got a little older, always wanted to be a boxer. He would see videos on like YouTube or something. They didn't really have TV, but they had like the internet and stuff. He would see videos on like YouTube of Mike Tyson, and he fucking loved Mike Tyson. He wanted to be a boxer, and he would always tell me, he was like, I'm going to be like Mike Tyson. Like, I want to be the best boxer in the world. And everyone's like, you fucking idiot. No, you're not. Like, you can't do that. Like, from where he was from, like, everyone was so poor. Like I said, he literally, when he was a kid, he had to work in a sand mine so they could buy food for his family when he was like 10 years old. And then, so I think he would kind of do stuff in like the villages like around where he was from. And there's like kind of a bigger city that they lived near in Cameroon that he would go to. And I think he did like some kind of training and stuff. And then eventually he was like, okay, I have to get out of here. I have to go. He wanted to go to Europe. And he was like, oh, I want to go to Spain was like the closest. They had to go through like 4 or 5 countries through the fucking Sahara Desert, go to Morocco, and then there was like a city in Morocco that Spain owns, and if they could get to that city, then technically they would be in Spain. I don't remember exactly, but so they had to go through the fucking Sahara Desert. He was like in the back of this truck where he was like, people just fall out. There's like 25 people in the back of like a Toyota Tacoma, and people would just fall out and they'll just leave you there because they can't stop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, got all the way through there. Took him like a full year from when he left to getting into the city in Morocco. And then was like in jail in Spain for being like illegal immigration stuff for like another couple months. Finally went to France, wanted to be a boxer, and then started the first day he got to France. He just went to a boxing gym and was like, I don't have any money, like I can't pay you, but I just want to train. I want to be a boxer. And they like had him train a little bit with them, and they were interviewing the owner of the gym that was training him when he first got there, and they were just like, this guy's just raw natural ability was unlike anything they'd ever seen. Obviously, it was just some small boxing gym in France.
Yeah. So he started out as a boxer? I didn't know that.
That's what he always wanted to be. And then
I didn't know any of this, actually. That's
dude,
insane.
you have to... I'll send you the documentary I was watching.
Okay.
It's so fucking crazy. It will make... I'm the biggest Francis Ngannou fan now. He's just fucking... That guy bets on himself, dude. Even for this last fight, too.
Yeah.
But hang on. So he was like... doing that, and then some guy that he knew was like, hey, you should train like MMA, like you have it, because he's never really like done like formal training for boxing, and like just the sheer like athletic ability of this guy, they're like, you should do MMA. He had no idea what it was, didn't know anything about MMA, didn't know anything about jiu-jitsu, didn't know anything about fucking anything at this point, and just kind of started training with him, and then did a couple fights and was just like winning a bunch. I mean, fighting against like really low level guys, but with zero training, a guy like that, like he just beat the shit out of anybody. He's a different level of human being. And started doing that, and then eventually like worked his way through like France, which is where he was like living at the time. And then I think like a couple fights in like, I don't know, other parts of Europe. And then eventually like got a contract with the UFC, started fighting with the UFC, and then like was fucking kicking everyone's ass, and then lost his first title fight, came back a while later, and then ended up winning, so he was the champ. And then this last fight, he even had like beef with the UFC where they weren't, because he was only getting paid like $500,000 to fight as in like a title fight for the UFC heavyweight champion. He was getting paid like
getting pay-per-views,
$500,000-$600,000.
Francis Ngannou is getting pay-per-views for sure, dude. So he's making them money.
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
it.
And that's like Jake Paul. So Jake Paul's done like 5 boxing fights against no one that's even a boxer. Like just
Yeah.
fucking... I mean, Tyron Woodley's the only like real... I guess Ben Askren he fought too, but Tyron Woodley's like the best fighter that he's fought, but he wasn't a boxer. He's
Yeah.
made like $25 million so far. Francis
That's
Ngannou, in his whole career in the UFC, he's had... Before this fight, he's had 2 title fights. The first one he lost. The second one he won. And he's made in his whole career like $2.5 million. As the fucking UFC heavyweight champion. The best.
Yeah.
Like, no one in the world can beat that guy in a fucking fight. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the
Did you
heavyweight
hear
champion of the UFC. That's fucking crazy. He's getting paid like $600,000 a fight. Jake Paul has made $25 million, dude. He's just some asshole. Like,
It's crazy. That's so wild. Did you know that Francis Ngannou fought that entire fight with a torn MCL?
yeah. That's why he was wearing those knee sleeves.
Yeah. That's fucking... Dude, I didn't know that until after the fight.
Yeah,
That's so
no, I don't
crazy.
think anybody knew because I remember watching it and he was wearing like the knee sleeves and they're like or like the knee wraps or whatever.
Yeah.
And when he was walking up, they're like, "Oh, we don't know if he's had like a knee injury because like nobody wears those. He's never worn them before." And they're like, "We don't know if he has some kind of knee injury like that might affect him, whatever." And he just fucking manhandled that guy. But leading up to this fight, so he's had beef with the UFC for a while just because he wasn't getting paid very much, which is like a big thing lately in the UFC. The fighters not making like the undercard guys make like $50,000 a fight, which is not very much money
That's
if you're at the
nothing
highest
for putting
level. Yeah,
for putting
dude, like
your
you could,
whole mental health and body on the line.
yeah.
Like,
Imagine
that's-
your job is going in to fight a guy like fucking Francis Ngannou. Dude, like
luck.
you're fucking that entire time that you're fighting, you're fucking one slip up away from just maybe dying.
Yeah.
Like how hard that
Or
guy
being
can punch.
brain
If
dead,
he just
essentially.
fucking catches you straight in the face as hard as
Yeah.
he can, you'd be fucked. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now he wants to go fight. I don't know if this is true, if this is like from Francis Ngannou's mouth or if it's just a rumor, but I'm pretty sure he wants to fight Tyson Fury now for the world heavyweight boxing title, which would be that, dude, that's going to break some fucking pay-per-view records, I bet.
Oh yeah.
Now that
But Tyson
Francis
Fury's-
Ngannou, I feel like Francis Ngannou has slowly started to make a name for himself, and now like everyone knows him. Like even even just like fair weather UFC fans know, like they know Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, that's like me. Like I'm not huge in the UFC. I don't watch everyone.
Same,
I watch
yeah.
like the big name guys. Like there's a few guys I like, but I don't watch every UFC event. I don't really know the rankings
Well, even
for most of the
people-
weight classes.
Yeah, even people that don't watch UFC at all, like there's still a lot of people that probably know who Francis Ngannou is now.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, and obviously everyone knows Tyson Fury after, the last few fights he's had against.
Oh, he's the best boxer ever. He also is at a crate. He was
okay.
he was
the best boxer
literally-
ever.
Yeah, dude. You think anybody ever could beat Tyson Fury in a boxing match? He's like, how much does that guy weigh? Look it
Okay,
up.
are you adjusting for weight classes, or are you saying the best heavyweight?
No,
boxer of
not
all time?
adjusting for weight classes. I'm saying no one that's ever lived could beat him in a boxing match. He's fucking 6'9". He's like a giant person. He's dude. He's 6'9", 278 pounds.
You don't think that there's
Like yeah. Floyd Mayweather's more skilled, but he's 6'9", 278 pounds. That's like what I'm saying about Francis Ngannou too. There's nobody in the world that can beat him up, even if they're a better like technical fighter. He's so much bigger and stronger, and
so
still
if there
skilled.
was no so you're
Tyson
saying
Fury's
if there was
also
no weight
super
classes.
skilled.
If there was no weight
Right.
classes, no one would beat him. That's
That's what I'm saying. Not like pound for pound. Floyd Mayweather's probably like pound for pound the best boxer.
You know,
ever,
what
right?
about, like,
or like a Muhammad
fucking
Ali? Like
Mike
Muhammad
Tyson,
Ali
dude.
is yeah. But Mike Tyson's half the size
Muhammad
of Tyson
Ali.
Fury. Like Muhammad Ali was like
Yeah, but
fucking
Mike Tyson's a
185
crazy
pounds.
person.
Yeah, but Tyson Fury weighs 100 pounds more, dude. Not really. Tyson was pretty big, but he's six. I think he's just so much bigger that it's just overwhelming. Right here, Mike Tyson was 5'10", 220.
Yeah, that's
He's
not even
literally almost a fucking foot taller.
close. Yeah.
and 60 pounds more. Like, that's just overwhelming at that point. You know what I mean? Like, Tyson fought people that were bigger than him.
That's why you have
but
to say,
not
like...
that much bigger.
Yeah, that's why you have to say, like, Floyd Mayweather is the pound-for-pound best boxer ever.
Right.
Or
Floyd Mayweather's not going to beat Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What's another sport you could do that with? Like...
Not many, but there's sports that are, like, positionally. Like, Tom Brady's the best football player ever.
Yeah, that's
but
a good
he's
one,
not,
actually.
like...
He's not the best football player ever, but he's the best quarterback ever.
Right. Most successful football player ever.
Yeah.
Right?
I would think so. Yeah. I mean, you have the most Super Bowls, so yeah, I'd say that's the top thing you could do in the sport is win a Super Bowl.
Right, dude. He's won 7 Super Bowls. Dude, also, kind of a subject change, but did you watch any of the football games this weekend, the playoff games?
Yeah, unfortunately.
What a good weekend. Oh, yeah, because you're a Packers fan, aren't you? R.I.P., dude. R.I.P. the Packers.
Dude, get Rodgers out of there.
Aaron Rodgers, dude.
See ya, bud. Go to Denver. We don't want you anymore.
Go to Denver. Dude, also, the most Aaron Rodgers thing, he'd go to Denver, and then they'd win the Super Bowl next year.
Probably. That's probably what's going to happen. But, hey, you know what? Whatever he decides is okay with me because the Packers always come up with something. They're not the fucking Bears, dude, or the Vikings. Dude, the Vikings and the Bears are just always going to be bad. They'll have, like, one good season every 10 years, and then it's just they're going to be bad after that for the next 10 years. Like, the Packers will always, like, put something together. Like, Brett Favre, dude, Brett Favre was not that good of a quarterback. Like,
Are
overall,
you shitting me, the fucking gunslinger?
Dude, I get that he made insane plays, but overall, as a
good,
quarterback, though,
dude.
As a quarterback, he wasn't that great of a quarterback.
Dude, don't you
he
talk
threw
shit about
so
Brett
many
Favre.
interceptions. Like, I'm not talking shit. I love Brett Favre. Trust me.
Brett Favre was my favorite athlete
As
when I was like 8 years
football
old.
player, obviously, nothing else. Do not condone anything else he does.
Did he do anything bad, Brett Favre?
I
honestly don't know that much about Brett Favre. Wait, what did he do?
Let me confirm this. I know he did something with like sending nude pictures. Let me look up.
Oh, we're gonna get mad for sending dick pics now, Logan. Since when is that illegal?
Wait till you see who they were to.
Was it Charlie D'Amelio? Because that'd be fucked up.
I just Googled Brett Favre nude pics, and the first thing that came up was an article with quotes. Quotes around it. It says, Brett Favre once sent me a cock shot. Hold on.
Dude, Brett Favre was my favorite athlete when I was like 8 years old. I didn't even really like the... Yeah, dude, I didn't even really like the Packers that much. I just loved Brett Favre, dude. I had a hat that was just a picture of Brett Favre. It didn't say anything on it. It was just a picture of Brett Favre like this. Just getting ready to fucking gunsling, dude.
He used to be like my favorite player too when I was little. But like originally I was a Cowboys fan because my dad liked the Cowboys. And then Jordan became a Bears fan because my grandpa liked the Bears. And then out of spite of Jordan, I became a Packers fan because I was like, fuck you, Jordan. I'm a Packers fan now, bud. Let's go, Favre. And ever since then, I've been a Packers fan. But that made me think. I just got like deja vu or a flashback or something. Do you remember when they used to play arena football on like local channels on like Saturday afternoons? Do you ever remember that?
No.
Dude, that used to be like my favorite thing to fucking watch. The Dallas Desperados, dude. That was my team. It was before the Barnstormers came back. The Dallas Desperados, dude, they were the best team in arena football. But I don't know why. That was just a side note. I remember watching that all the time. And now it's just not even on TV. Even though it's fucking fun to watch. Very underrated sport, arena football.
Arena football is fucking sick, dude. We should go to a Barnstormers game sometime.
We should. They're fucking good, dude. They won the championship, didn't they?
This year? I have no idea. I don't follow them.
I don't even know when the season is. We went to the championship a few years ago.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And they won it.
Yeah, they won
Wells
it a few
Fargo.
years ago, didn't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, the championship game was at Wells Fargo?
Yeah, we went to it. It was fun.
They just got home
Joey
field
is like-
advantage for the championship game.
Yeah, I think they don't do a neutral site because there's not a lot of money in arena football. So I think they just do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whoever's the number 1 seed gets the home
Or
field
the highest
advantage.
seed. Yeah.
Yeah, or the highest seed. Yeah,
Right.
which they were the number 1 seed.
They're the fucking best, dude.
Kurt Warner, baby. Tying it back. Dude, speaking of fucking Kurt Warner, I can't believe we didn't think to talk about this. Him and Peyton Manning were at your old stomping grounds.
Yeah, dude. Well, they were at the Cedar Rapids one.
Cedar
Wasn't it?
Falls. They're a Cedar
The
Falls
Cedar
one.
Falls,
the one that he actually
High
worked
V.
at. Well, yeah, he worked at an older one, but he worked at a Cedar Falls.
The one in
Ivy.
Cedar Falls. That's funny,
Yeah.
dude. But, anyways, what I wanted to say about the fucking games this weekend, on Sunday night, I was working at the brewery that I work at, and the Bills-Chiefs game was the later game, and we close at 8. But it's like, if it's kind of busy, we stay open till whenever people leave. But there was
Yeah.
like 4 people in there, and none of them were like drinking or anything. Usually I wouldn't care. I just kind of start cleaning up. But I was like, all right, guys, like we close at 8 technically if you guys want to get out of here. And then they were leaving. And there's this kind of older guy. Yeah, but there's this older guy that always comes. He lives like across the street from there. I mean, he's not old. He's probably like 55.
Middle-aged,
But
yeah.
he lives like across the street, and he always comes in and just has a couple beers. And he was watching the game, and I was just kind of talking to him. And then so I kind of had everyone leave, and then he was hanging out. I was like, oh, you can hang out. I was like, I kind of just wanted to get him out of here to watch the rest of this game. It was like the beginning of the fourth quarter, right around 8 o'clock. So I was like cleaning up, and I wanted to watch the end of it. Because I don't know if you watched that game, but that's one of the best games
game
I've
was
maybe ever
the most
seen.
unbelievable finish I think I've
Yeah,
ever seen in a football
and then
game.
so I was like talking to this guy, and he's apparently from New York, went to school in Buffalo, like fucking huge Bills fan from when he was young. And so we were watching together, just me and this guy, drinking some beers and watching this game. Dude, we went fucking nuts both times, because 2 times in the last 2 minutes they had fucking go-ahead touchdowns. We're like, the first one, we're like, look, they got a couple minutes left, like they could do this, like they could go up. They score that touchdown. We're fucking going nuts. But then we're like, we're like, shit, dude. Like, there's like a minute 52 left or whatever.
A lot of time.
That's
for
a lot
Patrick
of time. Yeah,
Mahomes.
like that's a lot of time for Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. They go down, fucking scored, and we're like, fuck, dude. There's like a minute left, and they're like, shit. I mean, they did it. There's still a minute left. That's a decent amount of time. The Bills did it again with 13. So me and this guy, I've never even like really met this guy. We're fucking going crazy. We're the only people in there. I just wanted the Bill. I like the Bills too. Like,
Yeah.
I just
You
like
would've-
Josh Allen. Like, it's cool to see them do well. They're fucking good. And this guy's just a huge Bills fan. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm rooting for the Bills on this one. We're going
Yeah.
crazy. There's 13 seconds left. We're like, we can't believe they fucking did it. And then they came back and kicked that field goal. That with 13 fucking seconds, they came back. They ran the 2 plays, drilled the field goal. But that was such a crazy game. That was such a good game.
Dude, if you're on the Bills, you 100% think you just won the game. If you score
Twice,
with
dude.
13 seconds. Okay, but
Even
the first one's like, okay, they still have a chance. Let's just play D. Let's hold them. The second one's like, all right, baby, we just got
done.
this.
13 seconds.
13 seconds? How do you
done.
drive down the whole field? I've never seen that. How do you, at the end of the game especially, you drive down the whole field in 13 seconds? And then
dude,
somehow it helped that they had a timeout. If they didn't have a timeout, they wouldn't have. But
no, they would have been
that
done.
one timeout helped them out a lot.
Did you see? I saw a thing of like the post game interviews. Travis Kelce just was like calling the plays. Like that wasn't the route. The one where he went like right through the middle and caught it and like got the extra yards right before they kicked it. That wasn't the route that he was supposed to run. And he was just telling like Mahomes about it right before the play. He's like, they're just leaving me open like right to the middle. He's like, I'm just gonna run straight through that seam, and they did it. But right before the play, you can hear Mahomes yelling like, Kelce, do it or something. He fucking takes off, just drills him. They fucking get it, call timeout, and kick a field goal. Dude, that's fucking badass.
Dude,
And
I love
the
when stuff
overtime
happens
rules
like
are
that.
so shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like the
I
fact
love
that the Chiefs just got the ball, they go down and score, and it's over.
Yeah, Bills
that's
should at least
whack.
get a chance. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what-
like that's
yeah.
how the college rules are. The college rules are way better for overtime.
It's just like it's bullshit, but it's like whoever side you're on. Like if you're a Chiefs fan, you're like, oh, I like the overtime rules. It's just like whatever
but you
shit,
still
whatever
can't-
side.
Because if the Bills got the ball,
As
it'd be
a
the same
Chiefs
thing.
fan-
You'd be pissed.
Yeah, if you're a Chiefs fan though, you have to you have to recognize that that's still a bullshit like rule.
Yeah, it's a bullshit
But-
rule.
But no, what I was gonna say something about. You were just talking about how Kelsey was like changing the plays
Yeah.
in the middle of the game. That's so cool to me because a lot of times you don't see NFL players. I don't know. You're always watching NFL and they just seem so perfect at what they do. Like everything's just so like
Yeah. Well, because they
structured.
are.
yeah,
It's
just like
insane,
so
like how-
structured. So it's cool when you see them make an audible like that, just fucking wing it in the middle of a game
Yeah.
like that. That's so
Right.
That's so cool. And it just ends up working out. That's what ends up working out. They get a timeout and kick the fucking field goal. It's
That was
insane.
wild.
Now the Chiefs have to play the Bengals, which I'm pretty
Dude, I want the
sure-
Bengals to win.
I do too, but
I want the Bengals to win.
same.
Fucking
I want the
Joe
Bengals
Burrow,
to win the
dude.
Super Bowl, dude.
Joe
Now,
Burrow winning a Super Bowl? Come on.
Yeah, I've already accepted the Super Bowl is not going to be that good, but so
What? I think all the teams that are
the
left.
Rams and 49ers. The Rams
I
would be
think
cool. The Rams versus Chiefs would be cool because those two offenses would be fucking insane. It'd be like a Bills
Yeah.
Chiefs. But
Yeah.
I also, on another note, I want Joe Burrow just to go in and win a fucking Super
Yeah,
Bowl,
dude.
That'd be
I think
so
that'd be
sick.
so cool. I love all
Yeah.
the memes on Twitter are just like, it'll just be like a picture of Joe Burrow. It's like, this is the only man standing between Jackson Mahomes twerking at the Super Bowl or some shit.
Yeah.
Everyone just fucking hates Jackson Mahomes so
Yeah.
much. Dude, he's the worst.
We were talking.
though.
Yeah, we were
I
talking
mean,
about.
Everybody
we were
talks
talking
about it,
him.
but he fucking is, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
we were
it's not a
talking
new
about him,
take,
and
but
I was like telling Kyla, I was like, if I was in Jackson Mahomes' position though, I would totally do the same. I wouldn't do it as like the way he does it and be annoying about it, but I would 100% take advantage of the fact that my brother is fucking Patrick Mahomes.
yeah.
Like, so you can't fault him for that. It's just the way that he does it is so cringy. Everything he
Dude,
does
he's
is just
the
so
worst.
fucking cringy.
He's the worst. Like,
Yeah. Oh man.
yeah, dude. I don't know. What else we got, man? I'm fucking past Jackson Mahomes.
That's enough. That's enough for Jackson
Fuck
Mahomes.
that guy.
Dude,
But yeah,
I
I would
sent
like
you-
to see a Rams Bengals Super Bowl. I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Rams Chiefs. Would love to see
Yeah.
Rams Bengals. I like the Rams too.
I would
I don't
either
know, dude. It could be
I would either
it could
wanna
be
see-
anybody.
I would either
This
want to
is a-
see the Rams versus Chiefs or the Bengals win it. So like
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Bengals
yeah. I
versus
want to
anyone
watch the
or the
Rams,
Rams
Chiefs
versus
more,
Chiefs?
but I want the Bengals to win for
Yeah.
sure, dude.
yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
all right, wait. What else were you saying though?
Oh, I sent you this earlier, but we got beat to the punch.
Oh,
And-
fucking.
When I say that, I mean we got beat to the punch on the first ever Metaverse podcast.
This fucking
I just
dumb
Googled-
son of a bitch.
I Googled earlier today. I Googled how to, because we don't know what the fuck the Metaverse is. Who does?
Dude, I feel like I try to understand stuff like that. I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know,
I just
man.
Googled
I'm a
it. I'm
fucking
like,
idiot,
maybe
though.
someone can explain this to me. Found a YouTube video posted 9 hours ago, dude. Like 9 hours before, probably like 12 hours ago from now, like in this present
Yeah.
moment. And the Gymshark founder, his name's Ben Francis. He has a podcast, and him and his
Ben Francis
co-host-
Ngannou.
Yeah, they don't look anything alike. But they did the first ever podcast in the fucking Metaverse, dude. And I was just like, I was
These
so pissed.
motherfuckers. They must have been
then I
listening
started-
to our episode a couple weeks ago.
Oh, for
They're
sure.
actually
This
big
guy,
fans of the DeSoto approach.
well, most people are fans of the most professional thing on the internet. Well, podcast.
Yeah. Well,
obviously.
we'll still have the most professional podcast in the metaverse. I'm sure theirs is dog shit, dude. Ours is good. Do you see the fucking...
It wasn't good, dude. They were playing
Are you
tic-tac-toe
shitting me?
and stuff. Like, yeah.
Wait, is this backwards or is it... Is it straight? I just thought of that right now.
Oh, I can see. You can see it.
Fuck!
Oh, no. Dig shot. Wow. Okay, pause. We're pausing.
All right. This is the most... See, this is what I'm saying. We fucking recover, dude. We fucking recover. We're the most professional podcast in the world.
And
But
we're back.
you can see this, right?
Yep, it's the right way.
Dude, this is
the right way.
professional as fuck, dude.
But
you think they
anyway,
have decorations like that? No.
Off the topic of talking shit about the Gymshark CEO, and maybe say something more positive, since we have been kind of going along with the trend of talking about like cool business successes, things like that.
Yeah.
I just started watching or reading some articles on him, and I watched a video on it, and it's pretty cool how they started Gymshark. Like, he was going to college to be like a computer programmer. He was gonna get a job in like IT basically, and he started coding iPhone apps, like fitness apps, things like that. He was into like technology, but also into fitness at the same time. And he started coding like training apps, things like that. And he eventually had a couple apps that were like top charts of Apple, this was like
Really?
10 years ago, or not too long ago. Maybe not 10, maybe like 6 or 7. But from there, him and his buddies just like started this drop shipping company of supplements. Like, they just started drop shipping supplements on a website called gymshark.com. And it was like, you know how they refer to certain businesses as like .com at the end? Like, like their brand is their URL.
Oh, like crypto.com.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. It used to be gymshark.com. Like, they'd put that on a shirt, gymshark.com.
Yeah. That's funny.
And it ended up like, basically they were just doing supplements, things like that, just drop shipping, buying them from suppliers and then reselling them on their websites. That's all they were doing. And they'd brand them as gymshark.com. And they started making drop shipping like t-shirts and stuff, and then they started getting like requests like, do you guys have any fitness clothing, things like that? And then him and his buddies were like we should do this. We should try to like come up with something. So they started calling clothing manufacturers, things like that, and nobody had any of the materials or any of the types of clothing that they wanted to use for their brand. So they just dude, they had like $10,000 in their bank account, which is a lot if you're just like starting a business
For like a company like that? Yeah.
You're like in college.
It's just like a drop shipping company.
Yeah, they're just in college. They took all 10 grand, which that number could be way off. I'm pretty sure it was around there. They took all of that and went out and bought some printing presses and sewing machines, dude, and materials. And they just started sewing their shit.
They like legit were making it?
They were making,
Damn.
like, he has like the 5 original pieces of Gymshark clothing. And him and his friends like started selling the shit out of these shirts, and they're like, dang, like, we need to start going out and promoting it. And they started going to like these fitness expos, and they would just spend all their money that they had to get into these fitness expos and get a booth. And they would just like try to like make friends with all of these like professional weightlifters and bodybuilders, and just give them free shirts and stuff like that. And then it kind of turned into like free influencer marketing without them knowing it. Like, these guys would be wearing their clothes, and then people would be like, where are you getting these clothes? And then it just kind of like, it was just cool how it was incepted, and like, I don't know. It's just cool that it's just a good story of like, if you have an idea, just fucking start something and then see where it goes.
And it's really cool because I've like followed a lot of like fitness stuff or like fitness YouTubers and stuff for a while, and it's really cool how they market it. Like I've never seen, maybe like more recently I think, but I don't think I've really ever seen like Gymshark ads, but I would see Gymshark shit like everywhere. It wouldn't be like a regular advertisement like when you're scrolling through Instagram stories and there'd be a Gymshark ad. It would be like different like gym influencers would be like, oh, I'm now a Gymshark athlete or whatever, and they would just have, like you said, like social media marketing, not necessarily free because they give these people stuff and like say they're sponsored by them or whatever, but they wouldn't pay for like traditional advertising. It was just through like influencer advertising. I feel like they were kind of one of the first companies to really get big into that because they were like the influencer advertising company for the fitness industry, at least. Like they were the big ones that did that. Like I said, I would see it all over, but I don't think I would really ever see like Gymshark ads. Yeah, that's really cool, I think.
That's why he was saying it was
so
like
smart.
An accident. Yeah, he was like, it was an accident because we would just go to these expos and be like, hey, do you guys want to try our shirts? Like, just here's some. Like, they just wanted to get their name out there, but they didn't realize that they were doing influencer marketing. They didn't realize that these people that they were giving these shirts to had hundreds of thousands of people.
Right.
To reach.
Yeah, because you don't know, like the fitness industry is weird. Like there's people that are famous as fuck that are just like fitness influencers on YouTube. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how crazy like niche markets there are now, like that are huge but aren't famous. You know what I mean? Like there's people that are like household names that are famous, and there's people that have like hundreds of thousands, like millions of subscribers on YouTube. And like unless you like are in that niche interest group, like you don't even know who they are. That's weird.
And it's like we all live in these, I don't want to say this word because everyone always fucking says it, but like echo chambers, like where you have like I watch it. Let's say I watch a podcast on YouTube of, I don't know, your mom's house or something like that. And then like, the suggested YouTube videos are going to be like other comedians that have podcasts. But like, if you're someone who never watches podcasts with comedians, you're never going to get suggested those other podcasts. So like a podcast that I might think is like super famous and everyone knows might not actually be as famous as I think it is. You know what I mean?
But it's like, still super famous. Like they still have a fuck ton of listeners. But it's not like a household. Like everyone knows what it is. Yeah. Because it's just so like directly targeted with like the algorithms of stuff. Like the people that would like to see it are the only people it's getting promoted to, but they do see it. So there's a fuck ton of people that see it, but there's not like tens of millions. It's not like there's 10 million people that it's like exposed to, and then only 5 million people like it. It's only exposed to 6 million and 5 million people like it. I don't know. It's cool. Yeah, it is cool how like targeted the algorithm stuff is. But
it's like oh fuck. This light is coming through my window. Weird.
Dude, you're really fucking this up right now. As I just ripped my fucking phone off the thing.
No, like you were saying so that's kind of like the Tonight Show, things like that. That's getting marketed to millions of people that don't even want to watch it. So that's why it's famous to a lot of people. So everyone knows what the Tonight Show is, but most of those people don't actually watch it.
They have the same amount of fans. Yeah, they have the same amount of the fucking Jimmy Kimmel or like Jimmy Fallon. The same amount of people probably like consistently watch Jimmy Fallon as the amount of people that watch like even Your Mom's House. Like they have a big following. But not as many people know of it because it's such a like niche internet thing, kind of like I don't know. That's what's really cool.
Most of the people that know about Your Mom, we keep saying Your Mom's House, but any like internet podcast, like most
that's just like a really big one. That's not
probably listen to it.
Yeah,
like most people that know about it probably listen to it. So like 100, say like 200 views. Say we have say this podcast gets like. Let's say it gets like 500 views on YouTube. I would take that over 10,000 views on fucking ABC. You know what I mean? Or I don't know. Yeah. That's a bad example.
Well, that's
you know what I mean? Like
the same thing. Like
it's
most
reaching
of the
more
people that watch
the 500. What was that? Go ahead.
Yeah. Exactly. Like most of the people that know of Jimmy Fallon or like his show don't watch it. I don't think I ever watched a full episode of it. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't think I've
maybe one or
ever
two,
watched,
but, yeah.
actually sat down and watched an entire episode.
Like, ooh,
I've
Jimmy
seen,
Fallon's on
random.
tonight.
Yeah, exactly. But I watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch a lot of Your Mom's House episodes on, even on YouTube, or just listen to them. I don't know, people that religiously watch Jimmy Fallon. It's the same amount of people that watch that. I guess we were just saying this, but yeah, it's just cool how you can be so niche and not famous, but have the same amount of followers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
dude. That's just why the internet's fucking wild. The internet's so fucking wild.
It's cool for kind of every industry. There's people that make a living off of making music that 20 years ago never would have been able to do that. Because you can just find a market of people that want to listen to your music if you're good, and you don't need a record label or anything to sign you. It's still hard. You still have to be talented, but you can do that.
Yeah, if you're a musician and you have, I don't know, 100,000 followers on Instagram, that's not a lot of people compared to the 7.5 billion people in the world. But 100,000 people, that's going to get you decent ticket sales touring around the U.S. You could still make a living on it, selling T-shirts, doing shows, selling all different kinds of merch, whatever, influencing money. If you have brand deals, you can make a living off of things that you never could have done before. And I think, I mean, people talk about that a lot, but
I guess, but I still feel a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people, people that are upset that Logan Paul is famous, or that ninja guy that was making a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
People don't understand how that works. Because there's so many people watching him, even though you don't give a shit. Everyone he kind of got big enough where everyone heard about him, but it's because he was so big. They're I remember this always has
but still,
pissed me
everyone
off
watching
too.
him is interested in him.
Right. But that's why he's making so much money, is because he has hundreds of thousands of people watching him. He can get sponsorships. He can have, if he's selling merch, if he has 500,000 people watching and 10% of the people, who these people obviously like what he's doing, if they're going to go out of their way to watch it on Twitch. It's not just on TV and that's what's on. You have to intentionally seek him out and follow him. So let's say 10% of the people that are watching him, which isn't even an insane number for people that are already seeking him out to watch all of his stuff. There's 500,000 people and 10% of them buy a T-shirt. That's 50,000 people that bought a T-shirt, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You drop a T-shirt every month and you get
Fucking
10%
boom,
to
dude.
buy a T-shirt. You got 50 grand a fucking month. That's yeah.
And I don't get, it always makes me mad.
There's a divide, though. There's a divide between, our generation and, Gen Zs, and then not between... So there's a divide between younger generations and older generations, because a lot of the older generation people don't understand that concept of a niche. A niche is a good thing now.
Yeah, dude.
If you would have asked somebody 20 years ago, hey, I have this product. It's really niche though. It's really niche. So I don't know, it was a bad thing. But now if you have a product that's
because
really
it would be
niche,
so,
it's
it would take you
thing.
so much. It would take you so much effort to get it to the people that would be interested in it. Now you can talk to anybody in the world for free on the internet.
Yeah, and you
so
can
cool.
target your stuff at the algorithms on social media literally help you with that. If you write your descriptions and everything the way that you gearing it towards the audience that you want to, go after, then it's a lot easier than putting an ad in the newspaper for a fucking
And I remember
that you're trying to sell,
older generations just get fucking, because people don't like stuff that's new that they don't understand. I was talking to this guy one time at the bar that I worked at, and he was it was right after that kid won, that 16-year-old kid won $3 million because he won that Fortnite competition. Do you remember that? There was some huge Fortnite world competition, and a 16-year-old kid won it, and the prize for first place was $3 million. So 16-year-old kid won $3 million. It was a few years ago.
I don't know if I'm thinking of the same one as you, but
2019.
I remember a story about some
young but I remember just huge news. Yeah. And there was this couple that was at the bar that I worked at, and he was in his mid-50s probably, and he's just one of those old guys that doesn't want anything new. He's I don't get that. That's bullshit. You can't be making that much money off of playing video games. That's a crock of shit or something like he was talking about. I was like, wait, but like, why though? But they make money because I was like, there's a ton of people like watching this. He's like, yeah, I know, but that's stupid. I can't believe people are watching that. And he was wearing a Packers hat. So I was like, well, you like football, right? Like, you understand? Like, do you think fucking Packers fans? No, but I was like, do you think Aaron Rodgers should be making what's his contract? Fucking $10 million a year, probably.
Oh yeah.
And and he's like, yeah, but he's going out there and he's actually playing every Sunday. I'm like, yeah, but this kid is still playing. Like, but he's not making money because he's good at football. He's making money because people want to go watch him play football.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's why sports franchises make money, is because people want to watch it. They sign like TV deals because so many people are watching it. They say ticket sales. And he's the best player, so they want to have that team because if they're good, more people will want to watch them play. That's what they're making their money from.
You should have
not
asked him
because
this.
he's that good at throwing a football. Like, Ninja's making all that money because people are watching. I don't know. They just don't understand like how that works.
You should have said, okay, if he goes out there and plays every weekend, how come the best quarterback in the Canadian League, the Canadian Football League, doesn't make the same as Aaron Rodgers?
Right.
Because that guy's going out there every weekend playing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because nobody fucking watches the Canadian Football League. That's why he doesn't get paid as much.
Why doesn't the best bowler in the world make as much as Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Because nobody
or it's like
gives
the women's
a shit, dude.
Yeah. It's like women's basketball versus men's basketball. Like, I don't want to fucking get into that.
Well, they're just as good, Logan. What, are you going to say something bigoted now?
It's like, it's because
what, you're going to say women aren't as good as the men?
It's viewers.
All right, guys, this is our last episode ever because Logan's a fucking bigot and we're going to get canceled. No, but really, it is. Like, no, like, not that, no, like, it's getting more popularity, but how many people bought a LeBron James jersey last year? Probably more people than bought all of women's jerseys combined. That's why LeBron James makes more money. Yeah. It's because he's such a brand. Everyone knows who he is because people want to watch him. Like, because
that's like,
even if you take out the argument if they're better or not, which they are, more people are watching the Lakers play than, I honestly don't know one WNBA team. That was bad. But that's the whole point.
That's the point. That's the whole point. That's the point.
Or like, dude, Sue Bird. The only reason I know who Sue Bird is because everyone talks about how she doesn't get paid as much as LeBron James. LeBron James has more championship rings than Sue Bird has dunks in her career. Look that up. That's a real fucking fact. That's why nobody watches women's basketball, dude. Like,
okay, but let's go back to my example. Like, you could leave women's out of it, and we can prove the point right now. Like, we could leave women's basketball out of it and go back to my example with the Canadian Football League.
Yeah.
Those guys are doing the same thing the guys in the NFL are doing. Am I wrong?
Right.
No. So why are they not making as much as the NFL? The people in the Canadian Football League should be making more money than the NFL, or the same amount as the NFL, right?
Right.
According to that logic.
It's the exact same thing, yeah.
Oh, wait. Like, it's the same fucking logic. It's the same thing.
It's all about how many people are watching it. Like, that's what I love about, like,
that's all it comes
people
down to.
hating on Jake Paul. They're like, how is he making so much money from all this? Like, it's because even if people hate him, people fucking want to watch it. Even if someone is watching it purely hoping that he gets knocked out, you paying for that pay-per-view is just money into his pocket. It's because so many people want to watch it. But that's also, like, kind of a whole circle back thing. Like, the thing about Francis Ngannou not... Right, exactly. Because they know fucking 500,000 people are going to pay for the pay-per-views. But it's the same thing as, like, Francis Ngannou. Like, that's why he's mad. He's like, I'm fighting for the title. Like, you know how many people are going to watch this? You know how much money the UFC is making off of the title fight between him and Cyril Gane last week? Probably a shit ton of money. Like, and he's like, how come I don't get paid more of that? I'm the reason here. That's why Conor McGregor makes a shit ton of money whenever he fights. He's not even that good anymore. But if he fights, he's such a big name that it's going to bring in so much fucking money for the UFC. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't honestly don't even know why it's an argument.
What the fuck do I know, though, Log?
You don't know shit.
I fucking don't, dude. It's a fucking scrub, man.
Dude, I say we finish this episode out talking about the truck with 100 monkeys in it.
Oh, shit, dude.
Because I don't know what happened. Do you know what happened with that? I didn't
Shout
really look into it that much.
Our buddy Grant sent us an article about this, but I don't know all the details, but there is a monkey. There's a truck from the CDC that had a bunch of monkeys that they were doing. I don't know if they said that none of the monkeys had any diseases. I think they were like test monkeys it was for the CDC, right? I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want to have any misinformation, but from the way that I understood it, these monkeys were from the CDC, and I believe that they were test monkeys. That they were
let me read an article from Inside Edition. I'll just give you the headline. Truck transporting 100 monkeys to CDC research lab crashes on Pennsylvania highway. So they were transporting them to a CDC research lab.
Not from
a bystander who came.
Not from a CDC lab?
No, they were transporting it to
Well,
the
that's
CDC
what they
lab.
want you to fucking think, Logan. You're fucked, dude. You're getting monkey COVID now. And it's worse. It's a lot worse.
Monkey COVID.
But yeah, they can't just be fucking crashing with test monkeys, right? Like, you can crash a semi-truck with a bunch of fucking jars of pickles in it, but you can't be crashing a truck with infectious disease monkeys.
You can't be crashing test monkeys. Come on.
No, dude. You can crash a lot of shit, but you can't be crashing test monkeys, dude.
Oh, man. They were... Yeah, I mean, you'd think there'd be like a police escort or something if it was like that big of a deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if these monkeys had...
So, yeah, but they said none of them were diseased, is what they told us. But we know how the CDC is in letting the public know what's going on behind closed doors. They're very good at it, and they're very upfront about everything they tell us, Logan, and don't you say otherwise.
I agree. Just
The
don't be
CDC
surprised when the monkey COVID comes out.
Yeah, and our friend Grant sent us that, and he's very pro the CDC. He loves Anthony Fauci. He bought his memoir, and he's already watched the Anthony Fauci documentary that they made. He's watched it 3 times already. He loves Anthony Fauci, which I don't agree with everything the guy does, but
hey, you know what? You can really just believe whatever you want. I don't care anymore.
yeah.
As long as you're not hurting anyone. Whatever.
Which they are.
I mean, like, physically hurting. Like, going around just, like, harassing people. That's just... We're an hour
All right,
and 3
thank
minutes
you guys.
in.
Episode 13.
Yeah, that's
I thought it was a good one, man.
It was a really good one. I had fun. That was a good one. Episode 13, as I said last week, it would be appreciated if you go on our Spotify bio and go to our Anchor support page and donate anywhere from 99 cents to $10. You know, there's 3 different options that are on there. So if you want to keep this podcast going, gonna have to donate.
Yeah.
Gonna have to donate.
Otherwise
Because it's not gonna be very professional, and you guys don't want that.
Well, it's gonna be professional because we're the most professional 2 lads on the internet.
Yeah. You know what? If you don't donate, we will take out a fucking loan. We will take out a loan for storage, and we will take out a loan for camera equipment.
We're gonna have to take out a loan for $29,000 and buy a fucking tour bus and give tours of Dubuque. You guys want us doing that? Donate us money so we can continue to provide the most fucking reliable news source in the country. Okay? And that's all.
Okay.
Have a great day,
That's
guys.
all we got. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.